I'm leaving. Here, you can play.
I don't want to sound like I'm I've always been relatively healthy. I don't really have any chronic conditions or physical ailments that impair my day-to-day life, and my heart really goes out to all the people in my life that do. The closest I ever came to that is a couple years ago when I drank too many sodas over a long period of time. I had to go to the emergency room because I was having vivid hallucinations. Those test results? Oh God. Turns out I was diabetic, and my blood sugar was to the point where I could have gone into a diabetic coma, so I had to spend a week in the hospital, and now I have to prick my finger at least once a week to make sure I don't do that to myself again. Ow. If anything, I'm more so prone to the occasional random injury, like spraining my ankle or getting a Charlie horse so bad I can't walk normally for 3 days. What I'm trying to say is, I feel very lucky that I've lived so far with the health that I do, and I feel like I often take that for granted, and just need the occasional reminder. Oh, hey, famous analog horror creator Dr. Nowhere, what do you have there? I will one day wake up and realize I've been watching my living body decay my entire life, but only once I'm far beyond the point of no return, and can only look forward to the infinite darkness that is being heralded by the stench of rot.
What is happening? Okay, is this Sammy?
Dr. Nowhere is a creator that needs no introduction, so I won't give him one.
He doesn't.
You can check out my previous video with Dr. Nowhere to see me break down his catalog of work and see the birth of one of the most beloved characters on this channel. At the time, I walked away from that video feeling pretty positive about life and hopeful for the future. So, naturally, this video would leave me feeling the exact polar opposite. Dizzy Diego is the doc's newest work, and it's one of his most poignant, profound, and heartbreaking works yet. And if I had to sit here and watch the video of severe anxiety and sadness, then so do you. So, hold still real quick. Hey, buddy. You sleep good?
I can duplicate this.
Well, thanks to Mantis Sleep, the sponsor of today's video. Did you hit with a frying pan? If you're anything like me, you sleep at weird hours of the day, usually when the sun's already out. But that's no longer a problem, thanks to Mantis luxurious sleep masks, and they're driving to promote better sleep with their Pro Mask. Thanks to the adjustable strap and super soft nightcups of the Manta Pro sleep mask, I'm able to fall asleep without seeing an ounce of light, even in this. There's plenty of mask options to fit your specific needs and use case. Plus, I just think they look neat. How did you describe them again? It's pretty awesome. Looks like we should be going really big. Right now they're running a Black Friday / Cyber Monday sale, so you can go to the link in the description or MantisSleep.com to get your mask now. But if you missed that sale, you can use coupon code PANTASY for 10% off. And thanks again to Mantis Sleep for sponsoring this video.
Just gotta go on my base.
Dude, this seems like he's just gonna leave right now and secure La Casa Boo.
Yeah, but he didn't leave. Look at him. He's here. He's a real stepper.
You're really getting right into it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, Burke. He is an idiot. Let's see.
I'll be seeing you.
Inside your stupid head. That peanut brain.
Me as fuck right now.
Balls around me again. Okay, anyways, how long do we have to wait?
What was that? There was an uncalled for reaction over vegetables.
Please don't make me crash.
Sweet potatoes.
Stop it.
What did you say? What about you, Doodle? You want to do
Yeah, you feeling alright, dog?
Do it. Do it.
You need aspirin?
Not at the moment. Okay.
You need
Let's see.
second gear?
Take my brain route?
Oh, dude, he's not gonna like that very much. You put a period after that. It's too serious. Why? It's free. Oh, yeah, it's
You need a hug?
brain rot. Are you done?
I said because I don't want duplication. Let's just.
Oh god.
He's gonna think you're an idiot.
Something comes out of that fireplace, I walk.
Owner, listen, we need proof. Like, obviously, he has to verify things against his
Oh.
Maybe not saying he's not honest.
Hello?
Understand?
Can you get out of my left ear?
Stand them, but he would duplicate their brain rot.
Look, he's going to.
Who's there? Who is there? This is a single person residency. You are not on the visa. You are not allowed to be there.
Up until this point, I think he's literally just doing this to delay the time while we're in here.
So right away, I gotta say, I love the style of this short. I'm sure you've been able to tell over the months, but I have a particular fondness for this style of puppet animation, especially in horror media. There's just a certain unnatural cadence and stiffness and movement of ringed animation that really lends itself well to creating 2D imagery. Not to mention the artwork itself, making heavy use of realistic textures and surrealist shape language. There's a certain quality to the whole composition here that has a real Remedios Vado vibe to it. So we open on this clammy skinned gentleman, Fran, sitting alone in his living room, breathing anxiously and staring deep into his fireplace. Notably, he has a TV, but he's not watching it. He's not doing anything but staring into the fireplace.
I'm using the
Like he's waiting for something to happen. Something he doesn't want to happen. Something he so desperately just wants to be in his head. But then, like clockwork.
This dude's an idiot. He just said, I can't.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. The fireplace drips a black liquid, which beckons this terrifying entity that's living inside Fran. And then everything just falls apart from there. Fran reaches into the hole in his abdomen. But we can see now how deeply rooted it is to his body. When his hand finally reaches the entity, it turns into a pill cabinet with shelves and shelves lined with bottles. Albendazole, ivermectin, nitazoxanide, all anti-parasite medications. The description of this video reads, Fran Keel, a lone hypochondriac, finally confronts the root of his illness. Some pieces are starting to fall into place.
He's actually trying to get it. Okay. He said, do you not want to? Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I don't want to. I'm gonna lock my bed.
Oh, come on, just one.
Trust.
Come on, take at least 7.
Weirdly, he didn't expect it to work.
Let's get crazy now. Let's get wild, Fran. I want you to be taking those pills until you see Martians.
Fine, I'm locking my face.
But I don't think that'll actually be an issue for you. I think you might already be there.
So, Arky? No, don't.
Alright guys, this isn't funny.
That's yours. You get it.
Where the hell did Fran go?
What if he is actually, can you hear me? I actually want to say.
Now, far be it for me to question your methods, but if the point of this was to, like, obscure your vision,
I just told him, if you're the
you probably chose the worst lampshade in the universe to do so.
myself with my own odor.
What the fuck? Oh my god. It's the lampshade of perpetual misery. Fran, get out!
Against TOS? What does that even mean?
And just like that, we're moving on.
He's trying to get banned. He's threatening to ban. Oh no, Arky, the fix it.
Fran takes the pills, but it doesn't fix anything. The chimney is still dripping, and the parasite is still in his stomach. The best he can do to ground himself is put a lampshade on his head and block it all out. Well, he should have been using a sleep mask, but man, asleep. We see a pair of lungs forming in the chimney as Fran's breathing turns into a violent cacophony of distorted synths. And this actually gives us a good idea of why Fran is so fixated on this fire. Why can't I read today? Fucking hell. And this actually gives us a good idea of why Fran is so fixated on this fireplace to begin with. The chimney can somewhat be interpreted as the windpipe of the house, so taking that into account, along with the heavy focus on Fran's breathing, we can assume that whatever parasite Fran has, it's affecting his breathing. Furthermore, it sounds as acting as an analog to how Fran sees himself, decaying, but not something dramatic like getting Thanos snapped out of existence. I mean, the decay we all will eventually experience. If you stop and look, you can see each and every drop, and it's scary to confront. That's why Fran looks so apprehensive to reach into himself and grab the pills. It's like acknowledging everything that's happening to his body is real, at least to him. And I'll give you a second to let the existential dread wash over you. Alright, it's been a second, let's move on. So now, much like he tried fixing the problem by taking his pills, he now puts on his Sunday's best and goes outside to clear the chimney.
Okay, you know what? I'll let him take it. Why?
Alright, well, finally gonna clear out that damn chimney. Oh, look at his fucking fit! God, this man really knows how to do it to him. That is genuinely kind of a cool button up.
You know what? I'm gonna lock my base for now. He's so greedy to the point where he's
Don't fall in the chimney, man.
Dead.
just to get
Life's too
all of
good.
my brain knots.
Life is too sweet to fall into the chimney.
Calm down.
You think Santa Claus is in there? Do you think he's bringing us presents?
I can feel it.
Or is he bringing you coal? Oh, wow, sudden.
His keyboard just broke on him. Makes his face blue. Yeah,
You know what? The storm can have me. I don't. Oh boy.
Is this guy okay?
Is he not the owner?
He said, "No, I'm not the biggest fan of bread. I'm just change it to a different color."
Jokes aside, that is actually unfortunate reality of the medical system we're in.
Really good point.
Really? Oh.
He's gonna take it. You can't see the beats. Rules are just like this.
At least I'll be dry.
Credits.
Yeah, I'm more of a loner anyways. No, my baby! Why are you taking my baby? Get that baby back! My son!
If I place a block that says
No, I don't know.
it's honest. I'm gonna figure out which part has the text. There it is.
I'll tell you one thing, I'm certainly not grateful to be here.
I'm not the real one.
I would rather be a thought in the primordial ooze of my father's nutsack right now than have to deal with all this. What the hell?
And you know it's a cap, because she bought a dog cap to mate me with Squarespace, so that you can sign up and go to her cap.
Why are we umbilical corded to the chimney, though? There's a lot of symbolism here that really it's not getting across in the first viewing. Oh, okay. Whoa, okay, yeah. Yeah, that happened. We had to evict the bastard. He's not gonna pay bills. Get that son of a bitch out of here.
Get hooked up on everyday spending with Cash App offers. And save up to
Oh, that got me. Now he's just flying away like crazy.
Watch your map. Why is he telling us to watch your map? I'm just trolling. More proof. Nah, this guy's crazy. He genuinely thinks that this isn't.
After tugging on the umbilical cord and pulling the parasite out from his abdomen, all that's left is Fran's lifeless body and a dandelion. He splits in half and floats up his chimney, having broken whatever deal was made with the creature. This ending may seem really happy and triumphant, but that's because I'm lying to you.
Let's see, can he remove
This
No.
is how the ending actually plays out.
He finally believed me since I changed the text. Got you in a few minutes. Doesn't actually have owner.
It's subtle, but the change of music, the final shot of the sprite sinking into the hole, it doesn't feel triumphant. It doesn't feel like a release. Fran isn't free. He ended up right back where he started. The little sprite sinking into the hole perfectly mirroring the pills falling within the hole in Fran's body. I don't know if this is the intention or not, but the ending here feels really uncomfortable.
You know what? I'm gonna actually wait until he goes for my burger, and I'm just gonna freeze him. You can do my burger. And I told him he can do my burger, but I'm soon going to anchor him. I anchored him. It's frozen.
Fran's illness likely started in a real place, but now through mental illness and OCD, it's morphed into this hideous, deformed monster that has deeply rooted itself to his very core. When Fran reaches inside himself to confront the monster, he just finds more pills. The monster is at once the thing that brings Fran the most torture, but also the one thing he feels can ground him and keep his symptoms at bay. That's likely the deal that he's made with this anxiety monster. It's the only thing keeping him tethered to reality.
Gotta go now,
But
boss.
it's not working anymore. He's reached a breaking point, and now it's to where it's no longer just inside him. The very house he sits in is rotting from the inside. Everywhere around him, he only sees decay, death, and the people of the town shunning him. And in the end, when he finally decides to make a change, he just removed the parasite from his body and let himself pass. Still not the end. Fix one problem, make another worse one.
He's still
So yeah, like I said before, polar opposite of my last video on Dr. Nowhere. But I think that's what's so fantastic about his work. Obviously his main wheelhouse at this point has been horror, but the short feels entirely different from the rest because of how real it is. Like, this is the kind of shit that people go through on a daily basis, and it's tragic. It's uncomfortable to confront. It's presented in a way where that very specific scenario can resonate with all types of people.
for it. Oh my
He's going for
gosh.
it. He's going for it. Look at him go. Mr. I'm a scammer.
That's what's so fantastic about his work. Obviously, his main wheelhouse at this point has been horror, but the short feels entirely different from the rest because of how real it is. Like, this is the kind of shit that people go through on a daily basis, and it's tragic. It's uncomfortable to confront. It's presented in a way where that very specific scenario can resonate with all types of people. There's a certain misery to existence, but that's what makes all the joyful moments all the more meaningful. Even if Fran is falling right back into the same hole he started at, maybe it was worth it for that fleeting moment where he wasn't rotting.
Chill, you're messing it up. Oh, he said it up. Well, he's not very happy, dude. I'll just keep on taking him, you know? Just freaking out a little bit. Chill, bro. Chill, you're messing up the process.